Hello all, welcome back to Learning Partner. If you are new, please do subscribe. This is another channel where you can directly connect with me. We have around 1000 plus members already who are working. We take live coding sessions and everything. To just get notified about those sessions, please do join this group. So now we are going to see like what is ViewChild. Now almost like basic topics are completed. So now slowly we are moving to the some advanced concept or the concept which we rarely use, but we should be aware. Irrespective of interview preparation also it is very needed, and while working also there are some scenarios where we need these extra topics, right? So now what is ViewChild, how to create ViewChild for getting the element reference, or how to create a ViewChild for getting the component instance as well. So these are the three base cases we have now. So ViewChild as in, if you know the JavaScript, let's say you have this label or you have a text box, how do you get the instance of that particular DOM element? So we add an ID to that element by document.getElementById. By ID, we get the reference of that element. Means how do we select that particular element in our coding, right? Same thing, whatever we used to do by document.getElementById, by ID, that same thing we can do in Angular by using ViewChild. Okay, if you don't know that document.getElementById, by ID, it will be very bit difficult for you to understand this. Fine. Now we will take this component only. Just a minute. Fine. So in post API component, what I will do, I will just create a what we can say text box over here. Let me just create a text box. Input type text. Let's give a name placeholder. Enter city. Fine. So we have created this text box. Now let's say we will add a button over here, and on click of that button, we need the value of this text box. So what normally we does, we create a variable, and that variable we bind it to the text box by using ng model. But I don't want to use ng model, but still I want the value of this variable. So how we can do that? What we will do, we will add a ID attribute, and in the function, we will read the value by using document.getElementById. That is pure JavaScript. But in Angular, instead of doing that, they have ViewChild. So we can create a ViewChild instance. Okay. So how do we create a ViewChild? So first, like at the top, you need to add the ViewChild. Fine. After that, you need to create an instance of ViewChild. So this is my city text box. So city text colon data type will be ViewChild. Just a minute. Sorry, I forgot so many days I didn't use. We have to start with @ViewChild with capital, okay? Then here you need to provide, see what it needs, selector. Means which element you need to access. So in this element, this text box we are trying to access. So here you need to provide hash property. Let's say txt city. And this hash property, you will pass it over here like this. Then your ViewChild name, city text box. Fine. This is how you created your ViewChild. But like here, it will say like it is not initialized or something. So let's initialize it. New. Can we create ViewChild, or I think element rep we will use. I also don't know how we initialize that. Let's add or undefined to it. Still it is not working. How come? It is saying member city list implicitly has any type colon element rep. Okay, so this is how we provided the data type, and it will say like it is not initialized. So either undefined we can do. Yeah. Okay. So it's like we have created a ViewChild. In this ViewChild, what kind of data we are storing, where we are binding this to a normal variable. So that is element rep. Element rep means element reference. So we are just providing a data type to this ViewChild. And we are, because element rep, how we can initialize. No? So that's why I'm providing as undefined. Fine. Now after this text box, let's say get a button. And here I will say read value. Now what I need to do, on click of this button, I need to read the text box value. So let's create a click function, read city. Let's create this function like this. Now, what I will do, I need to read the text box value, and this text box I have connected with this view child. So what I can do, constant value, or let's say city is equal to this dot our view child name. View child name is city text box dot native element dot value. Fine. Let's just add a debugger and let's check if we are able to get the access of this element and we are able to read the value or not. Let's inspect. Let's say Pune. And if I click on this button, you see city element is there, native element we have got. See, once I hover on this native element, now this text box is getting highlighted, means we are able to get the reference of that element and value. See, value we are getting, that value we are storing into a local variable. Got it? So we got the reference of element, right? So now you can add a dynamic CSS also like this city element dot native element dot style dot background color is equal to, let's say, red. What it is saying, question mark it needs or what? Why it's saying like this, city color, native color, style, background color, or let's say color. Why it is giving this error? What it is saying, left side hand assignment may not be the optional property to access. Native element, question mark. Let's add a if statement. So if this dot city text box is there, then only we will change the value. Still it is giving error. How come? Yeah, okay. So let's check it. So what we are doing here, we are trying to read the value and here I'm adding the dynamic style also. So let's say, so once I provide any value and if I click on read value button, so you can see text color also got changed. So you get the reference of the element. So now you can do anything. You can read the value, you can set the value, you can add a class, you can add a CSS, everything, whatever we used to do in document.getElementById, by ID, that whole thing you can do by using ViewChild. Fine. So this is one way. We have created a view child of particular element. But like this, here you can see, if you have seen my previous video where we have created this reusable component, we can create a view child of this reusable component also. Means we can get the instance of component. So at the rate view child round bracket, here you need to provide your component name. Component name is app tab component. So tab component. Then my tab view child colon. What type of data? This type of data only, component data we are going to have like this. Let's add undefined. Now on this button click, let me show you constant, sorry, is equal to this dot, what is it? My tab component or view child name dot. You can see whatever the variable we have in this tab component, all we are able to access. See, let's say I want the current tab access. So we can get the current tab variable data. So once I click on this button, you can see in this variable, I can see all the variable tab list, means whatever the variable we have in this component, all I can access. And in current tab, whatever the value we have. Got it? So just like this, we do it. Means you can create a view child of either an HTML element directly like this by providing a hash property, or if you have a component rendered into your component, you can create a view child of that also. But if this component is not there, na, this view child won't work. Okay, you need that component to be visible in your HTML, then only you will be able to get an access of your view child. So this is how you create a view child in case of normal text, any element, text box, drop down, checkbox, paragraph, label, anything. Just as the hash property and you can get an access of like this. And in case of component, you can directly provide the component class name. Fine. So that's it. Everything about view child. And when we work in a normal project now, ViewChild we use in so many places. Whenever we use third-party libraries and we want the instance of that component from the third-party library, we have to create ViewChild only, right? So as I said, like in a practical way, whenever we work on a project, there are so many use cases of the ViewChild. But if you understand this basic also, no, you at least you will be in a stable position to understand advanced thing. Fine. So that's it. Again, if you are new, please do like and subscribe and join my WhatsApp video, WhatsApp link also. Thank you.